realize how much of a pain it is to deal with you even being around? Having to deal with your special accommodations for your wheelchair is such a pain. You do understand how much of a problem it is, right? I'm really sorry if I caused you any trouble. I really don't mean to. I know how much of a bother it can be. Good, I'm glad. Are you ever going to stop using it anytime soon? Maybe you should apologize to everyone for being such a burden. I really am sorry. I've tried my best to keep this from being an issue. I thought I did everything I was supposed to make sure it wasn't a problem. I really don't want to make anyone else have to deal with this if I can. Well, whatever you did wasn't enough. I've got important things to do. I can't be wasting my time with stuff like this. All this ADA compliance stuff is such a pain. All the ramps, the special desk, the modified car, everything. I'll see if I can figure out how to get it taken care of so you don't need to handle it anymore. I'm really sorry. I hope we can figure this out so it's not an issue anymore. Make sure it's dealt with. This kind of thing can affect your performance evaluation, which will be what determines your bonus this year. You need to contribute as much as you can if you want, assuming you care about the bonus. I do, and I'll try my hardest. But it's really difficult for me to do anything that requires me to run around outside of the office without some accommodations. I'm perfectly able to do desk work and whatnot as it is, but if I'm supposed to be making sales, I need to be able to get in and out of the office as easily as possible. It just never ends. I'm not sure why they even hired you. You can barely do half the work of any other employee. I have to go out of my way to cover for you just because you're in that wheelchair. I'm really sorry, I just can't do those kinds of things like an able-bodied employee. But if I have everything I need, I'm just as capable as everyone else. I have plenty of useful skills. Skills? What skills? If you can't walk around and do the same kind of stuff as the rest of us, what can you do? People must really pity on you being stuck in that thing. Not really. Most people are pretty kind about it, I've found. But sometimes, well... all the ladies in accounting just seem to fawn over you all the time. I can hardly stand being around people like you, though. It's all just such a bother. I don't understand what all of them see in you. You seem like more trouble than you're worth. But I guess you must like all the attention. I don't really think they pay me any more attention than anyone else. They're just kind is all. Which is more than I can say for some people. But it is nice having some people at work who take interest in me. That's kind of sad. For a man like you to say something like that makes you seem weak. Really just adds to the pitifulness. I'm surprised you managed to make it this far. I've managed to make it my way just like everyone else. I try my best to work hard and not cause any problems. I really do mean it when I say that I'm sorry if I caused you any problems. But I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Nick, my boy, I just heard the good news about your sales numbers. I'm so proud of you for managing to make it at a job like this. I knew you could keep up with the best of them, but a job like that requires a lot of running around, and you smoked the entire pack. Keep going like that and you'll be the greatest employee of all time. Thanks, Dad. It really means a lot. I'm just happy I can be useful. It's been a lot of hard work even keeping up sometimes, but I'm really happy that I managed what I did. You should be. It's impressive for anyone. I was a little worried about you being in a wheelchair and all, but you definitely knocked it out of the park and then some. Yeah, I guess I did. It was kind of hard not getting in anyone's way. And there was definitely some tension with me working here at the beginning, but I think it all worked out in spite of all of that. Most people have been really nice and helpful, even if not everyone is quite so kind. I can't say I'm surprised some people treated you badly. It's a shame that not everyone is so accommodating, though. If you can do the work, why does it matter if you're in a wheelchair or not? Yeah, you would think it wouldn't be a problem. Some people just don't really understand, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to try my best to keep it up. I definitely want to set an example as best I can. The job has gotten a lot easier too now that I know the ropes a bit better. And I've started to make some friends too. I'm glad it's going so well. Oh, by the way, I have a few reports that I need to get handled by the end of the day, and I was wondering if you might be able to help out with them. I know you got a lot on your plate, but Norm is out today and the client needs them soon. Sure, not a problem. I just finished my last client visit, so I have some time. I helped Norm with them earlier, so I'm sure I can finish them up for him. Anyway, enough about my boring work. How's everything going on your end? It's going really well, actually. The business is doing well and the investors are happy. A lot of that is thanks to you, really. With sales up like this, we're looking at great numbers this quarter. Good. I'm glad to hear my work is that meaningful. I'm still worried that it all might be for nothing, though. Are you worried about people finding out that you're my son? I really don't think it's that big of a deal. But since you're worried, as far as I know, no one else knows about it. Okay, good. I know you're worried that people will think that I'm giving you special treatment, but you really shouldn't worry. Your numbers are above and beyond. I doubt anyone would bat an eye, especially after what you've accomplished. Yeah, I suppose you're right. I'm just worried that they might treat me differently if they think I'm benefiting from nepotism. I just want to work hard and earn my way like everyone else. I definitely understand. Oh, and one more thing. My secretary keeps asking me to confirm everyone for the company retreat. You're still planning on going, right? I wouldn't miss it for the world. But do you think it's okay? Why wouldn't it be? It's a good opportunity for everyone to get to know each other better. You should definitely be there if you can make it. There will also be a few people there that I want to introduce you to. I'm attending a dinner with some old colleagues of mine. Though it's not until after the retreat is over. If you don't mind extending your reservation for a few days, I'd like for you to come. I can probably do that, but won't it be weird if you're bringing just me? Well, now that you're our top performer, it's only natural that you get to benefit from some perks. And I don't think it'll give anything away. I really doubt anyone will think anything of it. Don't worry too much about it. Yeah, you're right. I'll figure out all my bookings later and let your secretary know. I'm actually really looking forward to the retreat and meeting your old colleagues. I'm glad. Oh, and why don't you come over for dinner tonight? Mom's making your favorite. You know I can't pass up a home-cooked meal. Do you have all your stuff sorted out with the wheelchair and whatnot? I don't want us falling behind schedule. Don't worry, it's all been arranged ahead of time. I don't think there will be any delays or big surprises. Thanks for helping with arranging it all and with the schedule. It really is a big weight off my shoulders to have all of this planned out in advance. Well, I won't say it was easy. It was a lot of trouble to make sure the schedule accounted for you needing more time and everything. It's so annoying that I have to go through all of this extra stuff just for one person. Anyway, it should be fine now, after all that. Yeah, thanks again. I really do appreciate it. I just want to make sure there are some notes in the schedule about accessibility, right? Of course there are. It's necessary information, so I made sure it was included. In fact, I made a special copy just for you. It's on your desk. It's going to be a big problem if we can't get all there together, so I wanted to note the places where we had to do something different so no one gets confused. Well, that's good at least. It really is a big help. It lets me know what to expect and plan for if I need to. Yeah, you're the one who has to plan. I'm the one doing all the planning. You just get to benefit from it. You're being pretty inconsiderate of my time, you know? I wish you'd figure that out. I really am sorry. I try my best not to get in the way, but sometimes I really just can't avoid it. But I do think it's better for me to participate as much as I can. I'm still part of the company, and if I'm not there, it can affect all of us. And this retreat is supposed to help us all get to know each other better, so we can work together more effectively. I'm not sure how I could ever work together more effectively with you. I'd rather avoid you if I can. You know, I've kept my mouth shut up until now, but I really need to know. Why do you have such a problem with me? Is it something I did to you? Yeah, it is. You being in that wheelchair is the problem. All it's ever done is cause me problems and create more work. I wish you'd just quit. It'd save me a lot of hassle. I bet you didn't actually even get the top performer spot. I did. I had a lot of help from my coworker, sure. But I was the one who closed the sales all on my own. Sure you did. And I'm a monkey's uncle. I don't know what to tell you. Also, I wouldn't get your hopes up about Lily in accounting. I've seen how you smile at her. She's just being nice to you because she takes pity on you. Lily? I guess I like her, but I don't think she takes pity on me. She's just a nice person. Whatever, you should just stay away from her anyway. I'm the one that she's interested in anyway. Are you sure about that? Of course I am. Anyway, don't be late. You'll throw off the entire schedule. Don't worry, I won't. Hey, where you at? We had some free time in the schedule, so I went to go check out the museum. Why? What's up? I can't believe you fell for it. I guess it worked after all. Today was the last day of the trip. Wait, what do you mean? Everyone's already left. Now we won't have to bother with you and all your needs. What's going on? The schedule said that the trip was ending tomorrow. Yeah, well, yours is. I can't believe you didn't realize that I changed it. But I'm glad you didn't. I can't believe you tricked me like that. Have fun getting home in that wheelchair of yours. Why would you do this to me? It's better for everyone this way. Well, it won't be better for you for long. In fact, I think it'll be better for me. I just showed the company president our chat history. You should expect to get a call from him soon. And you might want to answer. What are you talking about? Wait, he really is calling me. How did you manage that? After seeing everything you've said to me over the past few months, he seems very interested in having a talk. You probably should know that he's actually here with me right now. Whoa, wait a minute. Why are you with the president? I thought he was coming back with us. No, he was planning on staying a couple more days. In fact, so was I. What? We're actually going to be traveling back together. Really? How can you afford it? He and I have quite a bit to catch up on, so he's offered to cover my expenses for the extension. And he's even got me an upgrade to business class to make things a bit smoother. Oh, he's asking me if you'd like to have a quick chat with the two of us. I'm really sorry, Nick. I really am. I didn't realize that your dad was that, Mr. Potts. I really regret saying all those rude things to you. I truly am sorry. I think me and my father have said everything we want to say on the matter. Though, I'm sorry it had to come to this. We really didn't want anyone finding out me and the boss are related. Why didn't you say anything? If I had known who you were, I would have treated you a lot differently. That's the exact reason. If you knew who I was, you'd all treat me with kid gloves. All I wanted is to be treated like any other person. Get things based on my own merit. Then why are you telling me now? Won't everyone figure it out? What exactly are you saying? If I know, what's preventing me from telling everyone else? At this point, I'm not sure it matters. If you tell someone how you know, people will wonder why. And it won't be hard to figure that out. I don't think anyone will think too well of someone who treats disabled people the way you do. I mean... It's really sort of a shame. If you had just been a little bit nicer, none of this would have had to happen. Oh, I really didn't mean to be so rude. I was just venting is all. It was really a lot of work to set all of that stuff up for you. I get it. Think of how I feel having to inconvenience people all the time. It really sucks, but I can't help it. I can't wave a magic wand and have my legs work again. I'm not using a wheelchair to make other people's lives harder. If anything, I just want to make things easier for everyone, and that means making things easier for people like me. I guess you're right. I really should have treated you better. After all, you did manage to put up the best sales in years, in spite of everything. I did, and unfortunately, it was in spite of what you did, dragging your feet and complaining about every little reasonable accommodation. You should probably know that what you did didn't go unnoticed. What do you mean by that? Well, just as an example, Lily from accounting. Remember her? You brought her up before. She saw that I wasn't at the airport and sent me a message. She was really worried about me being able to make it on the flight. But I explained the whole story to her, and she said she had suspected something was up between you and I. Her opinion of you seemed to have worsened significantly as of late. Oh, and by the way, she and I are going on a date when I get back. I was sort of shocked that she asked me, honestly. I'm super happy though. She's been really kind to me, as you might expect. She even went out of her way to find a place for our date that was wheelchair accessible. What? Really? How did you... I imagine it's because she values people who work hard and treat others with kindness. Unlike you, she cares about who people are on the inside. And she cares enough to help people who need it. I know you were going after her, but I think we're both doing you a favor by popping that bubble before you embarrass yourself any more than you already have. I can't believe it. Oh, and fair warning, the next phone call you'll be getting from my father will probably be the last one you'll ever get from the company. I'd start looking for a new job if I were you. I've asked him to write you a reference so you're not out on the street. And he agreed not to sue for discrimination. Thanks, I guess. I hope going forward you learn to respect others. Chad was let go from his position a few days later. After that, the company invested in extensive sensitivity and ADA compliance training to ensure there were no further issues. Mark kept up his sales figures and was top salesperson for 10 months in a row. Mark was promoted not long after and began managing the entire sales team, increasing overall sales 5-fold. He hasn't had any issues with discrimination since, and the company has been especially careful to ensure that all employees treat everyone with respect. They even began a push to hire more disabled workers and found their business boomed as a result. Mark and Lily hit it off and got married a year later and are expecting their first child. As for Chad, while Mark's kindness did keep him from becoming completely destitute, his cruelty stalled his career and love life. He's now a mediocre salesman living a sad life all alone. He works for a much smaller, less successful company, and even then, he never manages to break the top 5 for sales, despite all his advantages. Even if he does find success again, he'll never quite match what Mark and his father have managed to build. But you know what they say, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. And Chad was filled with vinegar and nothing else. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button and subscribe for more. See you next time.